Okay, welcome everybody to the call. Wait, everybody's jumping on now. Hey guys, welcome. Okay, so you got in right on time. I'm gonna get this call started. My name is Renee Edmond. I'm out of Houston, Texas, and if you don't know who I am, just a brief introduction. I was introduced to this concept back in October. No, actually, it's been only about 4 months ago now. And it has completely changed my entire mindset when it comes to money. And I was at a place where I was really desperately looking for something different. By trade, I'm actually an RN, but work was really slow, and I had a lot of things happen. And I don't know if you could be familiar with this, but my partner and I lost a very significant income within about four to 5 months. Totally unexpected, and we felt like our back was against the wall. And, I was so privileged to have the relationships that I had in my previous company. And one person that really stuck out to me, I have the privilege of introducing this gentleman. And he blew me away, just seeing him in action. He's an amazing speaker, inspired many, leading thousands of people on his own organization and within our community and our company. And he introduced me to this concept when I felt like my back was completely against the wall. And I feel like God aligns all the right things at the right time. And when he came into my life at this point, I knew this is exactly what I was looking for. And so I'm more than privileged to be able to be partnered with somebody of his caliber. And he's also hit some amazing records in this company already, being brand spanking new. And he is one of the newest chairman 10 for iMarkets Live. So please give him your utmost undivided attention, because he has a concept that he's going to run by everybody that we could really get some group participation and really give this thing a go and create some big energy so we could all be trading and catching these pips together. So without further ado, Mr. Jazz Williams, are you there?
Yes. I made the call. Thank you so much for that amazing introduction, Renee. I really appreciate it. And so first and foremost, guys, I want you guys to understand that my wife and I would not be where we are now if it weren't for all of you. And so we really appreciate and love you guys a lot. Again, Renee, I really appreciate it. Guys, just to let you know, Renee's phenomenal. I look up to Renee in so many different ways. And, like she's always just on it with everything that she does. She's always on it. And she's the type of person that really keeps me on my toes. And so I don't want to keep you guys, here for a very long time tonight. But I'm always racking my brain on what can I do to give back to the team? How can we bring more value to the organization? And so one of the questions that I ask myself every day, honestly, is what do you get out of being a part of, our organization, or just the group that you are a part of, even just remotely being on the team pages? What do you get out of being on those team pages that you don't get other places? And how can we bring value to everyone? And then also, like, I ask myself, how can I position people to actually grow as traders? And so I'm always asking myself these questions. And so I'm always racking my brain as to just different things that we can do to help take you to your next level of trading. And so I came up with an idea. And what this idea is going to do, because here's the thing, how many people on here, by a show of just, let's do 11111 in the chat box, how many people has ever just gotten to a point where greed almost got you, or it really got you when it came to trading? I see these ones coming really fast. Okay, cool. So it's not just me. That's good. Here's another question. By another show of just these ones are coming. They're like, greed got me. It got me, right? So here's another one. What about staying consistent? Like, you find something that works for you. You're doing really well. You've grown your account. You've gotten into a good spot. And then you get into a trade by yourself, do something that you know you shouldn't do, and you go and you lose all the money that you earned, or at least some of the money that you earned. Let me see some more ones in the chat box if you've ever been that person. I'll probably get in the chat and throw some ones in there myself, because I've made that mistake so many times. And I look at myself like, wow, really, Jazz? You know better. You were doing so good. Why? Why did you just jump into that trade? You knew you didn't know enough information about it to make a decision. And so here's the thing, right? This is what it all boils down to. And I appreciate the comments. I see the ones coming in. at the end of the day, there are levels to trading. And this is not a journey that you can do it on your own, but it's a lot easier when you go through these things with accountability partners. And so what I want to do basically, or what all the P1000s and above, we got together on the call. And so what we actually came up with was an idea. We're going to kind of call it a challenge, but it's not a challenge, guys. But we came up with just an accountability system. That's what I would want to call it, an accountability system, something we can all do together over the course of the next 2 weeks and potentially grow our accounts. And so what I would like to call it is 30 days of swipe trades, right? So here's where the idea originally came from. Obviously, Dr. Kathy, dropped some seeds that allowed me to just kind of start thinking about some stuff. But then I had a conversation with the individual, believe it or not, who Dr. Kathy learned the whole 90-day spreadsheet from. Now, I'm going to pull this up. Some of you may have never seen it or heard of it before. But and if you're taking notes, this is where I would start taking some notes if you want to participate in this accountability game that we're going to do over the course of the next 2 weeks. So what we'll do is we'll start tonight. And here's my thing. Here's my goal. My goal is this. I want you guys to start using the products. I want you guys to know how to actually use the products, and so being that you guys know how to use the products and all that stuff, and are using the products, I want to put you in a position where now you can say, okay, I have a goal to go make X amount of dollars, and now I know how to do it, because if I can do it once, I can do it twice. So what you guys are going to see on my screen, right, is the 90-day spreadsheet. Now, going back to the gentleman that I met, and I was out in Vegas, and I met the guy who actually came up with this 90-day spreadsheet. And this guy actually took $1,500. He grew it to $4 million, right? And $10 million. He started with $1,500, grew it to $10 million. He actually made $10 million his first year trading. He said him and his team, they run through a 30-day spreadsheet at least once a week. They get together, they'll run through a whole 30-day spreadsheet at least once a week, and they'll do it over. They'll start with $25 hypothetically, right? And they'll run through a 30 unit spreadsheet and then do it all over again. And so for us, when we first got introduced to this spreadsheet, what you guys are seeing here, we ran this spreadsheet by the day. And we would call this 30 days of whatever, right? So our goal would be to compound $25, and hopefully I'm not losing you guys if you're following along, but our goal would be to compound $25 into 400, based on what my spreadsheet is showing, into $436 in 30 days. Now, we're all entrepreneurs, so we all get paid to think outside the box. So what I said to myself is, why would we have to run this a whole 30 days? Why can't it be 30 trades? Because there are some days where we'll get multiple trades more than once. And then I said to myself, well, we have swipe trades. We have the IML harmonic scanner, the web analyzer, and IML TV that are giving out solid trades every day. And if we do a swipe trade and I only go for 10 pips or 5 pips, I could win. As a matter of fact, we have people in our organization right now that are having $1,000 days, and it all started with them. Shout out to Biggie. It all started with them. Whenever they would get a swipe trade, their goal would only be to get 10 pips and dip. That would be their goal, right? And Biggie literally did just 10 pips, but he would do 10 pips at a standard lot, 2 standards, 5 standards. So within 10 pips, he could easily make within $100 to $500, which goes to show there's a lot of money in catching the right pips. So let's just kind of get back to it. So what we came together on a call the other day, and what we talked about was using swipe trades and obviously other parts of the product system, applying it to the spreadsheet that you all see on my screen, and just having an accountability system where we all get together. We'll start a Telegram chat, and our goal will be just to go through 30 trades, just get anywhere from 5 to 10 pips. Right now, if you're you're more than welcome to hang out and stay for the rest of the webinar. Now, there's no pressure for you to do it. If you and the people that you're actually running with in IML already have something going, absolutely, this is something that I just wanted to do for my team, and I put it on the page. So if you guys are seeing this and you're not on my team, just know there's no pressure that you guys have to do this. I'm already seeing the amens. So here's the thing. Here's my suggestion now, and I'm gonna pass this back over to Renee or whatnot. If you're going to do the spreadsheet, we'll put the spreadsheet out. If you don't have it, it's really simple. But if you're going to do it, and let's just say hypothetically, if I start with $25, right? If I want to do a $25 spreadsheet, this can get a little tricky. So please make sure you listen to me. For me, my goal is to do 10%, anywhere from 10 to 12%. But if I only have $25 in my account, it's really risky for me to do 10% of the $25. That's the only thing that's in there. So if you're going to do this right with us, my suggestion to you, so you can have some cushion, is if you're going to do a $25 spreadsheet, have at least $50 in your account, right? You know, for me, I'm going to do mine based on a $50, for example. Here's the thing. I'm going to start mine based on $50, right? Growing at a 10%. So $50 growing at 10% within 30 trades. I can grow that to just shy of 870 or just shy of $1,000, right? But I'm going to actually deposit $100 in my account. Here's why I do that. One, sometimes you may get multiple trades back to back and they may hit. We're not going to jump in on every single trade, but if that does happen, it leaves us enough leverage space to get into, you know, more than one if we needed to, if swipe trades was just hit in one morning. Another thing, if we got into a trade and we're doing, you know, $50 and 10% and we lose $10 of that trade, well, if the $50 that we had, hypothetically, if it was the only 50, we would be down to, you know, to $40. But if I deposit $100 and I lose on a trade and I lose $10, right, I still have $90 in my account. My question is this: can I go to day two and still stick around for day two and get what I need to get the allotted pips? Absolutely. So I don't have to miss too many days. And so, guys, you'll actually be able to play with the spreadsheet and kind of go over it yourself. But that's what we're going to do. So over the course of the next 2 weeks, our goal is to actually just do 30 trades. Now, here's the deal. For me, I'm only going to do these trades. I'm disciplining myself to say these are the only trades that I'm going to get into on this specific account, because that's something that I need to work on myself, is the discipline. I'm only going to go for 10 pips and I'm out of there, because another thing that I need to work on is the greed. So again, I'm not telling you guys that you have to do this, but these are just things that I'm going to do so I can personally attack them myself and handle that for me, right? So hopefully all of this is making sense. You know, some people, some leaders, are their teams are starting with just $25. For me, guys, if I'm working directly with you, feel free to start with whatever you start with. But whatever you start with, make sure you have, you know, twice, if not 4 times that amount in your actual account based on what you start on with the spreadsheet. So some people may say they don't know how to use a spreadsheet. This is how you use the spreadsheet. When you get it, we'll upload it in the Telegram. Once you get it, you type in right here the amount you want to begin with, and you follow this amount. This amount does not have to be what's actually in your account. Then you do a percentage, right? So right now at 10%, if I started with the $50, I'll be at $872. Watch how drastically the percentage changes, or the amount changes if I change my percent. Now, I did it wrong. I don't know what I did. I'm sorry. Maybe I did of $25. No, that's not right. Okay, I'm doing something wrong. But here I am trying to show you guys how to use the spreadsheet, and I'm messing it up myself. So but basically you do the amount here. You do
change your daily growth percentage to 12 instead of 0.12.
Let's try that. All right, there we go. Okay, thank you. So that was silly of me. So here's the thing, right? So watch how drastically your daily growth percentages change when you change the percentage. So when we went from 10% to 12%, we started with 50. You guys get the picture. Basically what I'm saying is that you change your daily growth percentage, the amount within your 30 trades changes drastically. So at first it was at 872. Now it's at actually 498. So here's the thing, guys. If you actually pick this up, and then you can also change your pip amount too. So my goal is to actually go for anywhere from 5 to 10 pips, because I feel like it's really easy to get 5 to 10 pips. So I may actually try to go for 5 pips at sometimes, and then other times I'm gonna go do 10. But honestly, I may actually do mine for 5 pips. So anytime we get into a swipe trade, I just need 5 pips and I'm out of there. And so if we do that with a 12% growth rate, $50 in 30 trades, we could actually be just shy of $1,500. And so guys, the idea behind it is, what if you need to pay your mortgage? What if you need to pay your car note? What if you need to, an emergency comes up? It really becomes a special thing when you say, hey, give me $50. I'm going to show you what to do with it. And now you guys know how to really go make your money work for you. But there are just a couple hurdles that you have to handle before you can get to that point, which is, handling the greed, staying consistent, not getting into trades that you don't know why you got into it. You just got a good feeling that it's going to go a certain way. So you got to handle those or jump over those hurdles first. And so we want to do that together as a team, and we want to help you guys get to that. So over the course of the next 2 weeks, you have my word that these are the only trades that I'll get into on that specific account that I'm using. You guys don't have to give that same word to yourself, but that's just my commitment. So tonight, have that come to Jesus meeting, have certain commitments that you're going to stick to. And at the end of these 30 trades, we're going to all withdraw whatever we put in there. We're going to withdraw that money. We're going to go crazy on social media. And then we're going to blast. We may not blast each trade, but we're just going to blast what we did over the last 30 trades. We're going to celebrate our accomplishment, guys. And we're going to push. And then, guess what? We can do it all over again. And this time we'll do it a different amount. So guys, hopefully you love this idea. I'm going to post the link to the Telegram in the actual comment box or whatnot that happened here. I'm going to post that link. As I post that link, guys, a couple of things I would ask of you. Watch basics 1 through 4 before joining this. This is not like a teaching thing to teach you, whatever. So please watch basics 1 through 4. That group is not going to be for that. That group is simply going to be to keep accountability and help count down where we are as a whole, right? So not only that, make sure you have swipe trades. We will not be posting swipe trades in the group. We will only alert you when a swipe trade comes, right? So we will not actually post the swipe trades in the group. There are leaders that are really good with IML TV. They're going to post when they're going to jump on IML TV and catch 5 pips. We're going to actually go through, or we're going to go past 30 trades or whatever, just in case some of you may miss a couple trades here and there. And that's how we're going to do it. We're going to throw out harmonic scanner trades whenever they come through if leaders see it. So again, guys, I really appreciate your patience. I feel like I'm talking way, way too much. And I'm going to pass it back over to Renee. So guys, my family and I really appreciate you guys. We wouldn't be where we are if it weren't for you. We know that. And so for that, I make myself available to each and every one of you guys. If there's anything I could ever do to help you guys grow in this thing, please let me know. So thank you guys. We love you guys. And I pass it back over to Renee. Thank you so much, Renee.
Hey, Jazz, that was absolutely phenomenal. You see why I followed this guy, right? But one thing I would love to touch on real quick, if it's okay, Jazz, that a little bit on risk management.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. I'm going to share my screen real quick. And I'm excited about having all of these brand new accountability partners because, yes, I have fallen into all of those pitfalls, and I had all kinds of ones through that box in the chat room just now. But I want to share something with you guys, the position size calculator. So since all of these trades that we're taking are coming from things like swipe trades, it's right here, from swipe trades or the harmonic scanner, and a lot of these things are pending orders and price hasn't reached the proper entry point that we want. So I absolutely love the spreadsheet and the growth potential, but I also like to look at the risk potential every time that I'm taking a trade. So this is one of the things that's talked about in basics. Adeze goes over this position size calculator. I just feel like a lot of people do not use it. So just showing you an example, you could do with either money or by percentage. So let's say that our account is at $100 and our risk ratio we're willing to lose as far as stop losses. And on your swipe trades and on your harmonic scanner, it actually shows you how much or how many pips that you're going to be losing on the trade if it goes the direction that we don't want. So this gives me a lot more, it's a lot easier for me to be able to set my trades and forget about them because I'm super, super busy during the day and I don't have time to watch my phone, the charts, none of that. But when the swipe trades come in and they're telling me, okay, this is like a 30 pip stop loss on this trade, but with a 50 pip gain on it, pretty cool. But this is what I use to determine my own lot sizes, just because I want to be in control of how much money I lose per trade. So let's say that I'm willing to risk 5% on this particular trade. And we're looking at EUR USD, and the swipe trade says it's going to be a 30 pip stop loss if it hits a stop loss. And so on that trade, I would lose $5 if it goes back 30 pips. And it's telling me that my lot size would be 0.02, okay? If you want to do it, you could also switch it to money. And let's say that's $10 I'm willing to risk with a 30 pip stop loss and I'm trading EUR USD, then my lot size for this particular trade could be 0.03%. So the goal every day might be to get 10%, 12%, 15%, whatever your percentage is your growth rate, but just be cognizant of what your risk rate is also going to be if the trade hits the stop loss that are called by the scanner or the swipe trades or things like that, because nothing is going to be, you know, guaranteed 100% of the time. So just be wary of your risk. I'm super excited, seriously, about having so many accountability partners, and I create all these lessons that I've learned with every loss in the market. It's a new lesson and a new rule on my rules list, and it's going to be a lot of fun to be, you know, held accountable by such an amazing group of people and this amazing leadership. So I'm excited. Let's have some fun. Let's catch these pips. Thank you, Jazz, for your vision. And let's
Hey, Renee,
yeah,
can I say one more thing?
yeah, you want to say something?
Just one last thing, and I promise I'll pass it right back over.
You could go ahead and wrap it up.
I'm gonna post a link to an IML TV session. It's a New York session. It comes from IML TV. There's a group of guys. It's called IML TV Trade. It's on Telegram. They actually get onto the New York session. And if you can't get onto their session, they also post the trades that they call for the most part in the actual Telegram. So I'm going to add you guys to that Telegram link as well. The goal, it's called 30 trades of swipe trades, but the goal is to utilize the product and get through these these 30 trades efficiently with great trades. So I'm going to post a few different links. This is where you find the post. Go back to what we made in the trading group. We made in the trading group the flyer, the amazing, funny, very creative flyer that Renee came up with. I'm going to post the links there. I'm going to post it there. And from there, you can reach out from with your teams and stuff like that, guys. So thank you guys again so much for jumping on. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. And let's get it. I'm excited. I'm so excited to have accountability partners. Thank you guys, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night.
Thank you. Good night. Everybody unmute themselves and say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Appreciate it.
Awesome.
Thank you, Chad.
Ellie and Devin.